RWBY Volume 9 is slated to come out in 2022, and there's a lot to look forward to in regards to the story, even though nobody really knows how much of either side we're going to be seeing. You have Team RWBY, Jaune, and Neo, who fell into the other realm, and then you have the Kingdoms of Atlas and Vacuo trying to coexist together, because why would Atlas High Elites ever move to a place like Vacuo unless something catastrophic happened? And wouldn't you know it, something catastrophic happened. So not only does Vacuo have to provide for themselves with low resources, but they also have to provide food, shelter, clothing to Atlas people, who not really have... Atlas hasn't really been the kindest kingdom out there. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic that is going to be shown in this volume. However, what I do think is going to happen is the deterioration of the friendship between Ruby Rose and Jeanne d'Arc. Harking back all the way to Volume 1, Ruby and Jaune have been really close friends. They both became leaders of their respective teams, and it almost seemed wherever Team RWBY was, Team Juniper wasn't too far behind. After the fall of Beacon, Ruby went to Jaune herself to see if he and his team could accompany her to Haven, and during the Battle of Haven, Ruby's silver eyes activated to save Jaune after she saw that Cinder was coming at him with a very devastating attack that could have killed him. And they also became certified huntsmen together, something that they both were dreaming of for a very long time. So why would I ever say that their friendship was in danger? It's due to the fact that Penny's dead body also fell into the void with everyone else. It didn't just fade away like all of Ambrosius's other creations after a new one was made. You saw what happened to the robot Penny, you know, the one that had the virus in it, after they created the portals and the platforms that were heading to Vacuo. And you also saw what happened to the platforms and portals after Cinder created the flames that brought down Atlas even more so than it already was. So Penny's dead body didn't just disappear. It's there, and it's going to be right there on the island with everyone else. So it could be Jaune walking up to it while exploring and reminiscing that he was the one who had to bring the sword down. Or it could be Ruby trying to find her friends, trying to find her sister, and walking up to see the dead body of her best friend, Penny Polendina. And Jaune wouldn't be too far behind. He would see that, and he would try to explain to her that Penny wanted me to kill her. This was her choice. There was no other way. But Ruby wouldn't have that. She'd be hysteric. She already lost Penny once in Volume 3, and now she has to look at her actual dead body. There's no bringing her back this time. She was real, and now she's dead. Ruby is going to lash out at Jaune no matter what. How come every time you're around one of my friends, they have to die? That wouldn't be fair to Jaune. He's grown so much since he was introduced in the show, and even after Pyrrha died, he still continued to watch all the training videos that she left for him. He melted her crown into the metal of his sword and shield to always keep her in his memory. He always had her in his memory. That's how Jaune unlocked his semblance. He didn't want another friend to die. And he was going to use his semblance on Penny, but Penny stopped him. The two are going to be at odds with each other. They're both leaders, and yes, even though Ruby is the leader of the team that fell into the void, Jaune has been shown to be a better strategist than Ruby. And at that point, they could have conflicting ideas on how to progress through the island. So it's going to be up to the rest of Team RWBY and Neo if she is going to be a good person after spending time with the girls and Jaune, to put them back on the same page. I can honestly see something happening where at the end of the volume, or even heading into next volume, they find a way out of the new realm. They get a chance to go home, but something attacks them, or something's not letting them leave. RWBY or Jaune are the ones left, and One of them is in danger of just being trapped there for all of eternity. One of them will go back and will make sure that they both make it through the portal back to reality, or back to the real world, back to the kingdom of Remnant. This is going to be good development for RWBY. She's kind of been written as a Mary Sue character, and I love RWBY. She is one of my favorite characters in the show, probably just because of her awesome scythe and how she can fight with it, but I will admit that she is a very Mary Sue character. She can bring people together with a simple speech. She can turn Grimm to stone with just her eyeballs. And last volume was really the only development we got with her. She now realizes that her mom could have been turned into a Grimm. And at the entire time, her sister and her were in conflict. They didn't know how to progress, so they chose two different routes. And Jaune's gonna have to live with the fact that he didn't kill an enemy, a Grimm. He killed a friend. Which, when he gets back with the rest of his team, with Oscar, and possibly even with Emerald, he's gonna make sure that those people are close to him, to make sure that he doesn't lose anybody else. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. You know, I would love to really engage with you guys on this topic, and maybe even more topics down the line. This is my first RWBY video, but I have been a fan of the show ever since my sophomore year of high school. My friend introduced it to me, and I was able to binge watch the first 3 volumes before basically getting out of my junior year, or basically during the summer heading into my junior year of high school. I'd watch volume 4 premieres heading to marching band competitions, which was sad sometimes just because I would get emotional and cry in front of everybody. Which, you know, my love for the show has led to me creating original characters, weapons, semblance ideas. I've even created a very cringy Wattpad story where my friends and I go on a trip to the world of Remnant after my school gets trampled by Grimm. Yeah, I know I just said Wattpad and self-insert story. Not really anything not really anything people want to hear, but it's there, and I'm not going to stop doing it because it brings me joy. I do plan on reacting to the new volume. Obviously, you know, I'm 8 volumes late. I could rewatch everything, but it's also going to take a really long time, so I don't think I want to do that. So whenever the new volume hits, I'm gonna probably start doing reaction videos as well as review type videos on every episode. People like Murder of Birds, Phoenix Knight, you know, those guys have really inspired me to do RWBY content just because of how much how much the community really loves the show and how much the community can really be brought together just because of the show. So, if you'd like to see that, and if you'd like to see any more RWBY theories, thoughts, breakdowns, you know, leave some ideas down in the comments below. And if you want to see more content, make sure you leave a like, hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification. You'll see whenever a video goes up. And yeah, that's basically the whole spiel. My name has been Bayonet's Lullaby, and thank you once again for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. You have a great day.